Super Mario Bros. Was a financial success. In all, it sold about 43 million copies worldwide, and was the most sold game right up until about 2006 when Wii Sports came around and snatched the crown right off its head. It's no secret Nintendo had $1 million formula in their hands, so what did they do with it for the sequel? Well, obviously they completely threw it out in the trash for vegetables. Okay, that's not the whole story. The original sequel for Super Mario Bros. Was released in Japan only for the Famicom Disk System. But when they were ready to port it to the NES for the Americas, Nintendo of America thought the game was too hard for us Americans to handle. And they were right. Oh, were they right. More on that next time. Thus, this led to Nintendo ROM hacking one of their other games, Doki Doki Panic, and giving us that instead of the true sequel. Jesus Christ, that was lazy. Doki Doki Panic was a Japanese exclusive. Basically, what they did was turn the cast of the game into Mario characters. They also added a boss fight, fixed some bugs, made things less likely to give you a seizure, and added a run button. But they removed the save feature? Come on guys, what made you think that was a good idea? All we get are 2 fucking continues. Which I guess is 2 more than Mario 1. But still, a save feature would have been nice. Us Americans had no idea this happened. We just thought, hey, a new Mario game, cool! And hey, Mario 2 is a good game. Sure, it was drastically different from the rest of the series, but it was still a classic most kids had for their NES collection. Oh, and Super Mario Bros. 2 was released in Japan as Super Mario Bros. USA. I hope they didn't buy both Mario 2 and Doki Doki Panic, because that would just suck pretty hard. Okay, enough of that, let's get into the story. The game starts out with Mario having a dream of a staircase leading to a door to another world. Mario hears a voice telling him that the world is named Subcon. Very creative, Nintendo. Good job. Damn, I should give Miyamoto a gold star. Anyways, the voice asks for Mario's help to defeat the big motherfucking toad named Wart, who I'm sure we'll see in future Mario games, right? No? Okay. Apparently, Wart cursed the land and its people. Mario awakens and tells Green Mario, Peach apparently, and Toad too? Wow, after all the bitching he did in the first game, I thought Mario would never want to see one of those little fuckers again. Whatever. Luigi, Peach, and Toad all coincidentally had the same dream, so they decide to go on a fucking picnic. Just why? Upon arriving, they find the staircase again, and they say, fuck the potato salad, let's go. They are then transported to Subcon after climbing the stairs, and now believe their dreams were real. Now they must save the people of Subcon. Okay, this story is a step up from the first game, and many others, but not by much. The game controls very similarly to the first game. Left and right are to move, B is to run, and A is to jump. You can also do a super jump if you hold down for a few seconds and then jump. The only difference in control in this game is that each character has their own style. Mario is the average one, Luigi jumps higher but is more clumsy, Peach is weak but can hover for about a second, and Toad is fast and strong, but he has a piss poor jump. I usually play as Luigi or Peach, as I just really like Luigi's higher jump and Peach's hover ability. Both can skip segments of levels. Toad's jump is just too pathetic for me, and Mario's too fat for my liking. Instead of jumping on enemies, you can now pick them up and throw them. You can throw them into each other or pick up items like vegetables to knock them out. Or if that's not enough for you, throw a fucking power block from the Mario Bros. Arcade game, which is basically a screen nuke. You can also pick up magic potions which spawn a door that lead to the subspace where you can nab mushrooms and coins. However, make sure you know where to put these down, as they can fucking piss you off if you don't. The only things that return from the previous game is mushrooms, coins, 1-ups, turtle shells, and the Starman. Mushrooms give you more health, coins are for the slot machines, you heard me, and the Starman appears after you collect 5 cherries. It makes you invincible for a short period of time. No Fire Flower this time around. Bummer. No enemies return from Mario 1, as they left all the enemies from Doki Doki Panic in Mario 2. Many of these enemies would become staples in the series like Bob-ombs, Pokey, Shy Guys, Sonic, and Birdo. Shy Guys and Tweeters just move around, not offering much challenge. Ninjas, basically the same thing. There are also Bezos who like to fly into you, and Flurries are super fast enemies that try to run into you. They are actually a challenge on your first couple of playthroughs. Hoopsters climb up and down vines? Sonic's very slow in this game. What gives? Pokies just stand there, and Pidgeys try to dive into you. They are too predictable to be a challenge. These enemies are boring me. Most of them just walk into you, or just stand there. The only enemy that's ever gonna give you shit are Phantos. These pieces of shit can fuck off. I hate them just as much as the Hammer Bros. They seem nice and peaceful at first, but the moment you snag a key, they chase you everywhere. everywhere until you lock that fucking door. Jesus Christ, go to hell. The game itself is pretty basic. You traverse through the levels, fight the transgender Birdo at the end by chucking her own eggs at him? Whatever. And go into the masked gate's mouth? Like I said, this game is only hard if you play as anyone other than Peach. Like I stated previously, her and Luigi can skip major chunks of levels. There are 7 worlds, which show us many climates and different level design, progressively getting more and more difficult, definitely more than the first game for sure. But if you don't like playing through all the worlds, just use warps. If you throw a magic potion in the right spots and go down the jar, you can skip worlds, similarly to the previous game. Mario 2 doesn't get very annoying for me, more so boring. Oh, but the ice world can go fuck off though. Let me take a moment to say Koji Kondo did it again. The soundtrack is a fucking work of art, and is extremely memorable, from the overworld theme to the boss clear theme. Speaking of bosses, the first one you encounter is Mauser. You know Mauser. No? This is the only game he appears in, along with the other bosses. You also fight Triclyde, who is a 3-headed snake who shoots fireballs at you and lags the entire screen. Fry Guy splits up into mini Fry Guys who get more and more difficult to hit, which can get a little annoying at times, but nothing too much. Claw Grip throws rocks at you, which you throw back at him. Claw Grip wasn't in the original Doki Doki Panic. Originally, it was a third fight with Mauser. Thank God they added him in. I would not want to fight Mauser again. Worthless piece of shit. The Mask Gate was actually quite a surprise on my first playthrough. Once stunned, it opens the gateway to Wart. Wart is actually pretty easy. Just chuck vegetables at him when his mouth opens that conveniently come out of this machine in his room. That's right, his own weakness is in his room. Round of applause to Wart. After the day is saved, the inhabitants of Subcon are saved. Oh, but it was all just a dream. I hate it when games or movies just decide to pull one of these "it's just a dream" shits on me. Jesus Christ. This game will always be considered Super Mario Bros. 2 in my eyes, official hack of a game or not. It's a huge upgrade from Mario 1, it's just that the game is a bit too different for my liking, and gets boring at times. They had a near perfect formula, and they didn't use it. But they would soon. That's for another time. I give Super Mario Bros. 2 a 7 out of 10. It's a good game, but the fact that it wasn't originally a Mario game holds back. Still a high quality platformer for the NES. I'm Joe, and next time, we're going to look at the game America didn't get in 1986. We'll be looking at the Japanese exclusive, Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels. Fuck!